Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and get straight to what you need to know.
Mm.
High-profile athletes, well, they live under a microscope, don't they? And sometimes the twists are genuinely surprising. Today we're looking into some really unexpected developments around a name you'll definitely know from the track, Sha'Carri Richardson. Our mission here is simple: break down these recent events just using the info we've got and get you fully up to speed, quickly.
Exactly. We want to give you a straightforward summary of what actually happened and help you understand not just the timeline, but importantly, what it means for her competitive status going forward.
Okay, let's unpack this then. The first thing, the news that really grabbed headlines, was Sha'Carri Richardson's arrest. This was, what, just the other week? July 27th, 2025 at the Seattle airport.
That's right.
And the reports mentioned alleged domestic violence involving another sprinter, Christian Coleman.
Yes, that was the initial report. It definitely, sent some ripples out, raised a lot of questions.
Understandably. About her life, her career, everything.
But what's fascinating here is, well, how quickly things move afterwards. She was in custody for, nearly 19 hours, but released the very next day.
Okay, so not held for long.
No. And even more significantly, our sources confirm the case against her. It was later dropped.
Dropped completely. Wow.
Yeah. It seems the legal side of things resolved incredibly quickly, almost as fast as she runs.
That is quite the whirlwind. Arrested, released, charges dropped. But, okay, here's where it gets really interesting for her sport. How did this affect the USATF Championships? Because she was supposed to compete, right? She qualified for the 100-meter semis.
She had, yes. And that timing was obviously difficult. What happened next was she actually withdrew from both the 100 meters and the 200 meters.
Wow, okay, she withdrew. Was that like a suspension or her choice?
That's a really key point. Our sources indicate it was her decision, a personal choice to withdraw.
Not forced.
Doesn't seem like it. It wasn't an official suspension or anything like that, which maybe some people assumed it might be.
Right. So her own call, right after everything that happened, adds another layer.
It does.
So what does this all mean? That's the big question, isn't it? Especially for the World Championships. Does pulling out of USATFs impact that?
That is the crucial question, the one everyone's asking. And here's the thing that might seem a bit counterintuitive. Despite the arrest, despite withdrawing from the USATF Championships, which, as you know, are usually the way to make the U.S. team.
Yeah, the trials.
Exactly. Despite all that, our sources are clear. Sha'Carri Richardson still holds a spot for the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo.
Wait, hang on. Really? Even though she didn't run at the trials, how does that work?
It works because of a specific rule, and it's critical here. She's the reigning world champion in her event.
Ah, the reigning champ perk.
Precisely. As the reigning world champion, she gets an automatic entry, a kind of wild card, if you like.
Okay, so that overrides the need to qualify through the national championships in that specific year.
It does. It's a provision designed to ensure the very best, the current world champions, are at the next Worlds, pretty much regardless of, disruptions at national trials. It recognizes that elite status. So withdrawing from USATFs doesn't actually cost her that Tokyo spot.
That's fascinating. So many people might have assumed she was out.
Very easily, yes.
Well,
because normally missing the trials is disqualifying. But this champion's exemption is key. And just to be clear, this understanding comes directly from the information we have. It clarifies what might look like a confusing situation.
Okay, so let's quickly recap the key takeaways for you listening. First, the arrest headline news, yes, but resolved remarkably quickly with the case being dropped. Second, her decision, her personal choice, to withdraw from the USATF Championship events.
That's right.
And third, and perhaps most importantly for her immediate future on the track, her spot at the 2025 World Championships in Tokyo is secure, safe, because she's the reigning champ.
Exactly. That automatic qualification is crucial.
So you should now have a much clearer picture of these recent, somewhat surprising events.
Absolutely. And maybe one final thought to leave you with. This whole situation really highlights the unique pressures, maybe, and the specific regulations that govern elite athletes. It sort of forces you to think about how their lives off the track can intersect with their careers, but also how the rules for competition, things like World Championship qualification, can operate quite distinctly from, say, legal issues or public perception. It's complex, isn't it? Definitely more nuanced than just the initial headlines might suggest. Something to reflect on.